You know, we back again. Who we here with today?
Hey, what's up? This is your girl, Camille Khali from Austin, Texas.
Okay, Camille, you know, the last time I saw you, fam, we was at BET.
Yeah.
But, you know, we want to start a little before BET because you had some things that was going on. Let's just, what's been going on? Tell the people about you what's been going on.
WalkAwaySmilin from Belize. WalkAwaySmilin from Belize. WalkAwaySmilin from Belize. WalkAwaySmilin from Belize.
EATTY situations.
Man, it's been a huge transition for me right now. Like I said, before BET, I was working for a corporate company and software tech, doing my thing there, being the best saleswoman I can be. And I just literally got to a point where I was just tired of working for everybody else and wanted to finally invest in myself, give myself what I've been asking for. And so I quit my job, quit my job to be a full-time creative, model, actress, just creative, artist as a whole. And
were you scared though when you quit your job?
Hell yeah, I was scared. I was scared because it's like when you're used to making money, you know, just coming every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, whatever. You know, you kind of get comfortable. You get used to just living a certain lifestyle. But I wouldn't say I was scared, more so nervous of the effects of not having a steady paycheck. If anything, I was liberated once I quit. Put in my 2 weeks, talked to my manager. I had a lot of support, a lot of love from everybody because they know I'm about this life. I'm out here really trying to make something of myself, and it's now or never.
And what life are you about, actually?
Man, that life I'm about just living my best life. It's not just about making money, it's about, you know, making people feel good about what I'm creating and what I'm giving to them as an artist. And I think that's something that as artists we all share. You know, we're able to deliver our pain, but actually share it with people that can relate and end up helping them, I guess. But I'm just trying to live my best life. I'm a supermodel, actress, I'm a techie girl, but we're just out here creating.
Okay, now let's talk about BET. You know, what made you decide to go to BET this year, and did you go to BET years past, or what's up?
No, that's a great question. Actually, this was my first experience at BET Awards. I'm originally from LA, from California, so I'm used to being around all the stars and Hollywood people, but this was a different experience for me. I had a friend who asked me to just come out and just vibe with the whole tribe. Apparently I fit the aesthetics of everyone, so I came out not knowing what I was getting into, to be honest. I just knew that I had to be there. And if I was just in the midst of the awards, of just all of the energy that was, you know, being thrown around, something good, something amazing would come of it. And that's exactly what happened. Got out there, spent the whole week, linked up with some new friends, some old friends, met a lot of new people that I'm able to network with now. Man, that was an amazing experience though.
Why are you skipping the story? Let's talk about your blow up though, because you did end up in the BT documentary. Man. That was huge.
I didn't even see that part. You talking about the other, okay. So, wow. I don't even know.
You didn't see your own documentary?
I only saw with the smoke, that part.
Nah, you in the real, like, the 10-minute one.
Oh, I didn't even see that part. Man, there's so much coming out, but essentially I got out there. I remember the first day I was there, the first day we got out there Thursday, I was so nervous because I didn't know what to wear. I have an amazing designer that's Shavanti. Hey girl, hey. She sends me, you know, whenever I travel with her clothes so that I can promote her stuff. And I remember I was so nervous because I kept thinking I'm gonna be around all of these famous people. You know, I'm not balling like that, but you know, let's just make it work. And the first day was an amazing, like, way to start my journey, I guess, as this full-time creative. You know, just out there in the mix, everybody that, you know, I was with, we were all vibing. We were all had the same, like, mentality that we're gonna win together, but we also gonna win individually. And I think that's something that really, like, set the tone for just confirming everything that's been burning on the inside of me. And that's something that I think is important, that even just as creatives, as artists, as people who are trying to live their best life and just live for themselves, like, you got to listen to that burning desire on the inside of you, because it won't ever go away. It doesn't matter how much money you're making at a good job. If you're not doing what your purpose is set for, you're not living.
How do you find your purpose?
You got to go search for it. A lot of people think that you just wake up and God's just gonna tell you this is what you should be doing. No, you gotta go search for it. You gotta know what doesn't work and what does work. I know for me, every day, I'm trying to figure out, what is my purpose? Why am I here? Sometimes, it's easy to get caught up in yourself. And that's the first sign of knowing you ain't doing it right. The minute you start getting caught up in yourself, you're forgetting about what you're here for, and it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with what you're giving to other people, and how you're changing the world. Essentially, that's what I want to do. I want to change the world.
How exactly do you want to change the world, though?
I want to change the world. Wow, I want to change the world by being an example of what it means to be authentically you. And that's hard, especially in the world we live in now, where you're being pulled to do this, you're being told you're supposed to say and do and act and look like this. It's hard to be authentic, but I think I just want to be a living example, a living legacy of living my true self, whatever that entails, whether that's modeling, whether that's acting, whether that's having my own tech company, my own modeling company, anything, whatever it is that I'm set to do, I want to make sure that it's the most pure and authentic form of myself.
So you're not scared of taking risks?
I've never been afraid to take risks, ever in my life. I've always had a very supportive family. My mom, my sister, the rest of my family, they've always encouraged me to just go, live your life. Even going back to college, I got up out of Texas. I went to school in Virginia. I heard a lot of slack from it, but you're not living until you're living.
Let's talk about young Camille. What was she like? What was you running around doing?
Young Camille. Man, I've always been an athlete, so for a majority of my life, I've always just been on the courts, on the field, working out, doing my thing, showing my talents in that manner. I've coached young. I've been coaching since I was like 13. The younger generation, I love kids. I love the youth. I coached in college. I've always been a very free-spirited person. I'm sure a lot of y'all, if y'all know me, I do take a lot of risks. I'm very carefree. I love to just have fun. I love to make people laugh.
Let's talk about your fun style, because your style goes with your attitude. How did you figure this out? How did you put it together? Like, where's all this come from?
Oh my goodness, y'all. There's no rhythm to it. It's just I wake up, it's a feeling. I dress different every day. Sometimes I'm a little tomboy, sometimes I'm super sexy, sometimes I'm fall right in between. But it's literally just my style. I'm inspired from everyday life, everything I see with other people, with the trees, with the grass, anything can be an inspiration to me. It's literally just a feeling. It may take me 5 minutes to get dressed. It may take me a whole hour. I may go through like 10 different outfits. I may mix and match shit that don't match. That's not supposed to go together. But normally if it's not supposed to go, that's where I'm at.
What advice do you have for the younger generation trying to be creators and trying to make style and tech and do everything at once, when people are telling them like, you only gotta stay in your lane, find a niche, do one thing at a time, but you're super creative and there's a lot of things you could do? Yeah,
man, that's a great question. What do I have to say to the younger people, trying to be a creative? You are your own creator. People can tell you all day, stay in your lane, but how do they know what your lane is? Only you know what your lane is. So I would just say, don't listen to nobody else unless there's, the good people that are trying to encourage you and put you on that right path. But being a creative, you are the creator of your own work. So can't nobody really tell you how to do you. If it doesn't work, try it again. If it's the wrong door, go to a different door. All I can say is don't ever take no for an answer. Don't ever take no for an answer. And I give an example. I have done runway, still do runway. And, you know, typical runway size model is very skinny, very small. I'm nowhere near that. And if I had listened to the people who told me that, oh, my hips were too big, or my chest was too big, or my butt was too big, I wouldn't have been living my authentic self. I would have been trying to fit in a lane that was not built for me. And I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't have quit my job out here doing BET commercials. I would have quit a long time ago if I had listened to that person that told me, this isn't your lane. Just because they're not used to seeing you or seeing your work or your creativity, that just means they don't understand. And if they don't understand it, it's not for them to understand. That don't mean you stop. So that's what I gotta share with the youth. Don't stop. You gotta understand what your lane is. Don't listen to nobody else trying to tell you what that shit is.
And what keeps you motivated?
Oh man, what keeps me motivated? Man, you die once, but you live every day. That's what keeps me motivated. As long as I'm still living, as long as I'm still waking up, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, for waking me up this morning, this rising. Like, as long as you still have breath in your lungs and you still have your mind, that should be enough motivation to go get it. Because there's so many other people that don't even have that. And so, you know, we can always take things for granted and feel sorry for ourselves if we don't get our way. But just remember, there's always somebody that got it less or worse than you. So if you have a burning desire, you have a dream, if you're still dreaming, that's motivation right there. If you're still dreaming.
And when you're feeling sorry for yourself, how do you deal with like the anxiety and
How do I deal with the anxiety, man? You know, honestly, that's something that I'm still working through. That's just being real. We go through a lot of things on a daily basis, and some things we've experienced, some things are new to us. But like I said, I think if every morning you can get up and say, I got purpose, I have a reason to still keep going, then that's enough right there. Honestly, shoot, how you get over anxiety? Shit, lately I've been just letting it all come out. Cry when you need to cry. You know, I've been a person that always like held stuff in. I'm cool, let's not talk about it. If I'm not physically hurt, we good. Nah, that's not how this works. It's okay, you gotta have people that are in your corner that you can go to, that you can talk to genuinely, that wanna help you. And then sometimes, for real, sometimes you just need to be by yourself. Literally, as a creative, we around things all day, people, 24/7. You know, we're being told to do this. We're being told we gotta act like this, especially in this world. Sometimes you just need to remove yourself. Remove yourself from the equation. Less of me, more of him. Capital H.
And what big plans do you have coming up for yourself?
Oh,
You just got done with BET, you doing some, just got back from Mexico, you traveling, you doing amazing things.
man.
What's coming up?
What's coming up? What's not coming up? I mean, literally, the world is my oyster. I done quit my job, so I got all the time in the world to really, like I said, go get it. Go invest in myself. Connecting with people to do more film work. Doing a bunch of auditions. I've applied to so many gigs, just praying that I get a call back from every last one of them. And really just connecting with the people that I need to connect with, that may be long overdue. Or maybe because I was working, I didn't have the time to go have lunch with somebody. But man, I plan on filming, getting into a lot more films. I plan on getting behind the camera, directing, producing. That's something that's, I mean, as a creative, that's only natural. I'm cool with being in front of the camera, but naturally, I want to be behind the camera. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna put ourselves out there.
Let's talk about marketing. How do you market yourself, and how do you show people the way?
All right, how do we market ourselves? I mean, social media, like y'all know, like that is the wave that we are on, and we're probably gonna be on this social media wave for the next 5 years or so, who knows? I think it's important to understand your own brand, Because if you don't understand what you're about, how you gonna market yourself? You can't brand yourself, and people can just come up to you and force anything on you. So I think it's important that you understand your foundation, you understand your brand, you understand what you want out of all of this. Doesn't matter what your mama wants, don't matter what anybody else wants. And I think from there, I mean, you leverage social media, you leverage, you know, your events that you go to, your networking events, you leverage when you're in the eye, what you gonna do with it? When you're in the camera, what you gonna do with it? When you're in front of a panel or a group of people, what you gonna do with it? That is your brand, that is you marketing. So you gotta be conscious about that every second. Every second. Unless you at home. When you at home, you can be whoever you wanna be, but the minute you step outside that door, you gotta always think about what is my brand? How am I marketing myself today? What do I need? That's another thing. Some people get so caught up in right now, today. What do you need to go ahead and be a director or a producer, or, you know, you got to set yourself up. And it's important to just take those steps. People trying to get to it. Enjoy the journey. That's what I got to say.
What's the best advice you've ever gotten, and who did you get it from?
Oh, man. Best advice I've gotten was from my mother. Go figure. Love you, Mom. But this is actually when I first started doing runway modeling, and I would be so nervous just walking on a runway. I was so nervous, and the minute she told me, she looked at me and she said, you know what, Camille? That's what she called me, Camille. Walk as if God is in front of you. Yo, that literally changed everything. That changed my whole thought process. Because if you think about it, if you walking as if God is in front of you, how are you walking? Are you walking scared, cowardly, or are you walking bold and authority like how you supposed to be walking? Changed everything how I thought about runway, but even how I just do my daily business. If God is sitting right here next to me right now, how am I acting? I put things into perspective.
That's a fact. How do you deal with the hate?
Keep on hating. I don't care. I don't deal with it. People gonna hate till the day you die. People gonna hate even when you in the grave. People are still gonna hate. Shout out like Michael Jackson. They won't leave him alone. You feel me? So that's something I'm not gonna put my energy into feeding into who's hating on me or who don't like what I'm doing. Why? I'm gonna put my energy into who's loving on me and who's supporting what I'm doing. And even you gotta be careful. Even the people who are trying to correct you, those aren't haters. Those are the supporters sometimes that are just trying to help you. But I don't pay attention to the hate. Y'all can hate all y'all want. I don't think I have haters. If I do, I don't know about it. So what does that tell you? I don't know about them.
Okay, you know, I got one more question, you know what I'm saying? Last question is, what does walk away smiling mean to you?
What does walk away smiling mean to me? Personally, I think that in every interaction that you have, you want to be the one walking away smiling, and also you want to make sure other people are walking away smiling from you. I think every interaction that you have with people, it should be a positive experience. And if you can master that, where people are walking away hype, talking about you, how you made them feel, smiling, cheesing, we onto something. We doing something right.
I was lying. One more question. How can they find you? You know what I'm saying? Put out your social media tag.
So you can find me on Instagram. I'm under Camille Khali. That's CAMILLE_KHALI. Facebook, the same thing. Just take away the underscore for Camille Cali at gmail.com. Y'all can find me if you're searching.
100.